Hello, hello, hello. Did you miss me? All, both of you. No. I don't know why I'm singing. Like, I just like singing. Anyway, I thought I would make a little video about making YouTube videos because, after having done like, what is it, like three? No, it's actually a little bit more. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm at 10. I don't know how many videos I'm at. I could look it up, but it's who has the energy and the time to do that. Anyway, so like, yeah, after having done like all 10 of my YouTube videos, I thought I would just talk about making YouTube videos, not in the sense of like, this is how to make YouTube videos, but just about my own experience and like what I'm thinking, because I have no idea what I'm doing here and what I want to do even with this channel. And I know that like everywhere you look, it's like, just like figure out what are the topics that you want to post about, and then, make videos about those topics. But I don't really like that because I don't really know, to be honest. When I first started, it was like I had this idea, oh, I'm going to, because I was all like, oh, I'm so smart. I'm going to, analyze TV shows here and blah, blah, blah. I think that Borgen video was my first video. I'm not sure, but I think so. And oh my God, so much time and energy went into that because I kept feeling like, oh, it's not good enough and it's not, like smart enough. And oh, I need to say some smart things. And in reality, I just had like, 5 things that I wanted to share about the new season of Bargain. And it was mostly like me complaining about it. It wasn't, I don't think it was just me complaining about it. Maybe, I don't know. But you know, um, Bargain is really cool though. Otherwise, like especially like the first 2 seasons, I think. Yeah, and my idea was like, let's show how smart I am. Um, Even though that's also not what I wanted, or it's more like I thought that's what I had to do, right? I thought that, oh, if I want to make YouTube videos, I have to make them a certain way. I have to be like, hello guys, in this video, we're going to talk blah, 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 blah. And then have like all these sections and like have this, amazing structure or whatever. And I did like a few videos like that. And actually, like, I think they're pretty cool videos because it's still my thoughts. Like, it's still the things that I, think and how I see things. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't go and watch all of my previous videos, but I would say like most of the stuff, like it's still me. It's not like I made up some opinions to seem smart, but it's more, I'm talking about the vibe, I'm talking about the energy, I'm talking about how I package it and what I like wanted to do with it and how much I cared about how I come across and blah 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 blah, all of that stuff. I have to keep fixing my phone because my phone is just too heavy for this stand and it just keeps going down. Sorry, that's just, you can see it, you can see it. It's going down. Anyway, yeah, but at the same time, what I wanted more was just to, have a space where I can just talk randomly about some stuff that I find interesting, I guess. And I find many, many things interesting. And also for a long time, I worried a lot about how, oh, you have to pick a niche and you have to pick a topic. And like, should I have different YouTube channels for like different, like one for creative writing and movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and the other one for I don't even know what to call it, like reflections, personal growth stuff, whatever. I don't know, just like my thoughts on stuff, right? Like an average person on the internet who just gets here and just wants to share random shit that she finds interesting, right? And I think at some point I realized I don't have to do anything. Like there are no rules yet. I mean, there are there are rules on YouTube, but not about these. Like I don't have to structure my videos a certain way. I don't have to, make videos about how to write a crime story, blah 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 blah. Even though that sounds like a cool idea for a video, maybe we'll save that up for later. We'll pin it down. And like, yeah, there's no rule that says you have to only talk about like writing, or you have to only talk about, I don't know, something. And at some point I had to also kind of ask myself, like, what do I want to have? Do I want to have like a personal brand type of thing that people are doing? Which I kind of was, I was kind of like, yeah, maybe I want to do that. But at the same time, no, I don't really want that. Or rather, I think the correct way for me to go about it is to just put out videos, and then out of that, like you will see what they're about anyway, right? And people will see what they're about, right? I don't have to like decide in advance what my content is. I much prefer to follow just like what are some things that I want to talk about, and let's just make those videos. Let's make one and then another one and then another one and then another one. And after I do like 200 of them or something, then we can look back and we'll be like, okay, like this channel is about this. And yeah, does that make any sense? I don't know. And the other thing that I also liked about just YouTube in general and like recording myself was getting more comfortable on camera, just getting to this place like where I am right now, where I'm just talking and I'm not like, constantly looking at myself and being like, oh, right? But it's just more like, okay, I can talk freely and I can allow myself to make bad videos and I can post bad videos, and that's totally fine. And actually, if like 0 people watch this, like that's okay, because to me at this point where I am right now, it was more important just for me to get used to doing this. And in fact, if I think about, oh, I've been talking for way too long, no one's ever gonna watch this. Like, yeah, you can be sad about that, but at the same time, awesome. That means that I don't have to like perform. I don't have to do anything. I can just be like, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And my sentences don't have to be so coherent, and I can just trail off and talk about whatever. Yeah, because at first, when I started, for example, with the Borgen video, I had like a full-on, I think I wrote that as a Substack post first. Did I already have Substack at that point? I don't know. But like I had a full script basically, and then slowly I went to like bullet points, and sometimes still having some. I'm not sure about like the ratio. Sometimes I would write things out, and sometimes I would just have bullet points and talk about stuff. But yeah, this was really also a big desire of mine, or something, a big wish of mine, just to be able to speak freely on camera. For me, I'm not saying that this is now this is now the most engaging content ever. It's more just for me, and then once I get comfortable with this, I can, after I record my first 100 videos, then I can start worrying about how I come off or whatever. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Because yeah, the truth is, when I looked at who are the people that I genuinely like the most, this is what they do. And the people that I like the most on YouTube and also on other social media, they don't follow these kinds of strategies and these kinds of like official things that you're supposed to do and whatever. Like they do also do they do they they also do, of course, marketing, but in their own way. I'm trying to avoid the word authentic now, because I know there was a period of time when it was way overused on the internet, but it's accurate, I think, in this example. Like there are a lot of people, when I looked at whom do I follow on social media and who do I really like watching. Like, yes, there are also channels, of course, that I watch that are more, what you're kind of like supposed to do, what people teach that you're supposed to do on YouTube. But a lot of people that I find the most interesting, and a lot of people that I would most like to be similar to, not in the way of like looking or saying the same things, because maybe they're talking about completely different topics or whatever, but just about like the vibe that they bring, the level of authenticity that, in how they show up. Yeah, when I checked, okay, who are the people that I like the most? Well, they were people who just talk, and I think that's really cool. And I really wanted to just try to do that as well. And then a funny thing happened, because I feel like when I was in Cannes, and I was recording the last like 2 videos, I think, that I did there, I feel like I kind of got to that point, and then there was this really funny moment when I was like, okay, so now I don't have to make any more YouTube videos. I feel like I got to the point of, okay, now I'm really comfortable. I'm comfortable on camera. I'm comfortable posting bad videos. So whatever, now I don't feel such a strong need to like make videos about stuff. But yeah, I feel like that was maybe just a kind of a temporary win period. Because now it's like, okay, where do we go from here? And I still like the idea of making videos, and that's why I sat down to record this right now, and that's why I do intend to make more videos. And there's a part of my brain that just goes, okay, but like, what are they going to be about? Let's make like a content schedule. And I need to make a schedule, like what topics will go out at what points, because otherwise this is not going to be interesting and no one's going to watch it and blah, 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 all of that stuff. Yeah, but I really want to just consciously be like, all of that, thank you. Thank you, brain, for all of those kind suggestions. But I think that what my brain is presenting to me as, rationality and having a smart approach to YouTube is actually just panic and fear about, posting bad videos. And yeah, I want to kind of just show myself that it's okay to also post bad videos. Oh yeah, I don't know if any of this is making any sense. I think it's making sense to me, right? Which is, what is at this moment in time the most important thing. But if you are by any chance still here, if you're watching this, if you have watched this and listened to this, wow, thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. And let me know if this also makes any sense to you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And hopefully I will see you in the next video.